Mr. Secretary, you have talked about restoring trust in the agency around the issue of immunization, and people lost trust during the pandemic. But I think it's safe to say the trust gap has worsened over the last year due to false statements about safety and efficacy of vaccines for preventable diseases like measles. Now, I am a guy who has seen people die from vaccine-preventable diseases.
I didn't hear you.
I am a doctor who has seen people die from vaccine-preventable diseases. And when I see outbreaks numbering in the thousands and people dying once more from vaccine-preventable diseases, particularly children, it seems more than tragic. Now, the CDC director, I applaud. You have said in a previous hearing that you were not involved in her selection, but you agree with President Trump's selection. I've not met with her yet formally, but I agree as well. She seems to be a qualified person.
I did not say that I was not involved in her selection.
I didn't follow, but so my question here, with the new CDC director, whoever she or he is, there are currently political appointees at CDC who have worked to undermine trust in immunizations. Will the new director, whoever she is, have the right to make decisions independently of those political appointees and/or replace them or otherwise reassign them so they cannot continue to actively undermine trust in immunizations?
Your characterization of the political appointees is wrong, and the CDC director has that power.
Now, so she will have, if she wishes to make a decision independently of them, she shall be allowed to make that decision independently. That's correct?
Yes.
Okay. That's pertinent. This summer, we're hosting the World Cup and celebrating America's 250th birthday. Tourists from all over the world will come to the United States. Unfortunately, some of them will bring vaccine-preventable diseases like measles. And unfortunately, our measles immunization rates have fallen, which means that this increases the risk of a measles outbreak in the U.S. What steps is HHS taking to address the outbreaks that may arise from the World Cup and the folks coming here?
Mr. Chairman, we've done better at controlling the measles outbreak than any country in the world. This is a global outbreak. It started before I came to office. Most of 80% of the children affected are over 5 years old, which means their decision not to vaccinate predated my appointment. We have limited that last year to 2,200 cases. Mexico had 3 times that much with 1/3 of our population. Canada had double that much with 1/8 of our population. Europe had 127,000 cases the year before. We have a global pandemic. It has nothing to do with me. I wasn't in any of those countries.
We should not be comparing ourselves.
I've done a better job at limiting it than any country in the world, and you can talk to Governor McMaster about that and Governor Abbott about the help that we've given them in Texas. We know how to control the outbreaks.
The question was, what steps has the administration taken to track the diseases that would come in potentially through these? You are pointing out that other countries have outbreaks, which increases the likelihood they will bring that here, and our immunization rates have fallen below 95%.